It's Devontee, and I just jumped off the porch with Dirty Glove Bastard.
First of all, let me stand on the business. Ain't no handouts, I had to go get it. I shine and just look at me busy.
All right, today we got Devontee jumping off the porch with us today.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling real good, man. Feeling blessed.
For sure, man. It's a pleasure to have you on the porch with us here today.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be here.
So tell me how you feeling.
I'm feeling good, man. Just dropped a single, Spen It, with ATL Jacob, and another one called Pretty Faces. You know what I mean? And Pretty Faces, it's a good contrast of both tracks, so I'm feeling good. They both doing well,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Organically picking up.
Yeah.
You see I'm here, so.
For sure,
You know
for
what I'm
sure.
saying? I gotta come. Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk more about these two singles, right?
Yeah.
First of all, how did you link up with ATL Jacob?
Shit, me and the homie linked up. Really, it was the homie Tsunami and Rel. They put it together. We was at a birthday party, and then they just made a little formal introduction. And the next day, I booked the yo, and he popped in. He wasn't on no, you know what I mean? He came down, and it was just like it was good people.
Yeah.
So we made a connection. We actually made the connection twice. You know what I mean? So from there, it was like he ain't really want to leave no beats. You know what I'm saying? The caliber of producer he is, and he just like been through so much in the past. But I just told him, you know, it's square business, like, and he went with it. And I picked a couple. I ended up picking 3. I picked 4, and then yeah. So we got a couple in the tank though. I ended up picking 4, and then I got the ones I got. But right after I did that, right after I told him, I made it solid. I hit my lawyer, paperwork immediately. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no issue. You know what I mean? He was actually kind of like, damn, I ain't know it's done. So
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah, stay on the business. It's real. You know, and I'm glad I did it too, because at the time when I did it, you know what I'm saying, I kind of got in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what inspired you to put out 2 singles at once?
Really, it's just a diversity, man. Like, I make a lot of music, so I really wanted to show a contrast. I feel like female audience wasn't getting enough attention. You know what I mean? Kind of gets pigeonholed. You get pigeonholed sometimes. It's like they say you're a rapper, you can only, you know what I mean? It's only gonna be the rap.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could do a lot of things, and I've written a lot of songs. So it's kind of like I wanted to show both sides. Not like later on they're like, oh, I want this time, this different. No, I'm giving you both off the rip, so that you know what I mean. You can enjoy both. You know what I mean? So it ain't gonna be kind of going back like, oh, I changed and all this other stuff. Yeah, I evolved.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, but the artistry is really important to me. So I really wanted to give that. To the people. Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it to the beginning, man. You were born in Jamaica, right?
Yeah.
And grew up in Canada.
Done know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let them know.
Real yard. Montego Bay, Kingston. Done know. Big up yourself. 416-519-604. Same way. Pray. Well, go on, brother. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So how would you talk about your upbringing and your childhood? Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about your roots.
Man. I could say like it was a little bit different from most, because you know kids say you like they a military brat. I was a hustle brat. You know what I'm saying? So like when you come from a Jamaican household, we really do we have 100 jobs. You know what I mean? So it's really kind of like that. So with my step pops, he was moving around a lot. You know what I mean? He was busting his plays, and I went from, you know, leaving Jamaica at an early age, landing in Canada, you know, with family, me, my mom, step pops, and being in Toronto and Windsor, and moving to Philly at the age of like, you know, like probably like the age of like 12, 13, and then going through that and going back to Canada, getting family deported, and all kinds of stuff, you feel me? So for me, it's been a journey, you know what I mean? I can't say it's just one place. It's been a journey. You know, I used to live in New York too, so it's just been a journey all over, for real. Yeah. And come to be here now in the A.
All right.
Yeah.
So when would you say you jumped off the porch?
Shit. Well, I jumped off the porch probably like 14, like I can say something like that. You know what I mean? Like really, like I was the one that was helping my mom pay rent. You know what I mean? I'm that kid. That was my motivation. So it wasn't like I wasn't in it for the girls, like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be the fly guy, all the other stuff, but my hustle came from that, seeing my mom down and trying to get her up out of that. You know what I mean? Me and her sleeping in the closet. You feel me? So it came from that. Like, you know, it wasn't given. And that's why I say ain't no handouts. You know what I mean? So for me, it's coming from that. Coming from Jamaica, but shit, coming from a zinc roof. You know what I mean? I'm really coming from that. So coming to Canada where when snow's falling, I ain't got no winter coat. You know what I mean? So it's like the hustle had to be in me quick to survive for real. So I got on, I was 14, I was working at KFC and doing my little 1-2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can you say from jumping off the porch at an early age, some of the bullshit you done seen and endured, you know what I'm saying, where you at now?
Oh man. I still see shit now, but like, it's just might not be involved. But some of the things I seen best friends turn enemies. You know what I'm saying? I seen partners girls sell them out too. You know what I'm saying? I really seen niggas get a bag up and blow it all on a bitch. You know what I mean? And it's like, you really got there and then blew it all on her. You feel me? So I just seen people really lose their priorities, lose their straight, why they started, and kind of lose their motivation. So it's a lot. I seen a lot, bro. I seen a whole lot, you know what I mean? So, say that.
So through it all, what would you say is the biggest life lesson you learned so far?
If you got a goal, you got to really put action to it, And one of the biggest things that means to me doesn't mean right away. It means game plan, but it means patience. Patience is one of the biggest time, because you say you don't have time, but if you don't start,
all right,
when do you begin? You get what I'm saying? So it's like patience, like you really got to plan and be patient. And you got to make your priorities too. Like you really got to be responsible with this shit. Like if you get up every day at 1, 2 o'clock, you ain't gonna conquer what you need. You dealing with the business world. Like music is more than just going to the studio. It's a whole lot of things that's involved. Most of your marketing team, they're gonna go to sleep at 5, 6, you know what I mean? Y'all know. Y'all shut down, what time y'all shut down?
Shit, we go nonstop.
Y'all go nonstop.
Yeah.
But see, y'all still in that grind mode, y'all got a different plan, you know what I mean? But the 9-to-5 world exists, and then there's the hustle world. So you in the hustle world, you know what I mean? So it's different.
Real shit. So when would you say you became inspired by music?
I always been inspired by music. When I was growing up, my mom used to clean the crib and have on music. You know what I mean? Whether it's Dennis Brown, Bob Marley, different R&B artists, Jodeci, H-Town. You know what I mean? I'm inspired by like them, Babyface, just different people. Listening to different things and hip hop, Super Cat, like I'm all the way through. So I always been inspired by music. When I was a kid, like when my family came around, they used to pay me to dance. You feel me? You're 6 years old, they la 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 la. So I was always fascinated with that. You feel me? Always fascinated with entertainment. Always fascinated with how people made their money. When I was young, I used to ask like, how you get this? How you that? You see in the neighborhood, they might pull up. You just get fascinated. So I always been fascinated just by the grind. So. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, that's kind of like, it just stayed infectious. And like I told you, like, I had to help mom, so it became a part of me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So at what point in your career would you say it became profitable?
Shit. Yeah. Appreciate you. I want to say, to be honest with you, it became profitable maybe like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? 5 years ago. And I've been at it over 10. So, about 5 years ago, I started seeing some profit. Not only because I just learned like from the people that are around me and seeing different things. And I guess like to be here in Atlanta, you know what I mean, be around certain people that are in the industry, but showing me that there's more than one way to do things. Like you can be an artist, but you can write for 50 artists, and you know what I mean? Just do your thing. Right. You can be making your jingles, you can be selling your scores, you know what I mean? And who don't know a score, you selling the movies. And there's a lot of things that you could be doing in the industry, even like selling your packages as far as marketing. So it kind of, when I really got to get my feet in the mud and it be around certain people that were industry heads, it kind of showed me like, damn, it's more than one way to do this thing. Like, yeah, you just writing for yourself, trying to put music out, but it ain't even, you can make money off your publishing, you can make money off, you know what I mean, just your sessions, writing for different artists. So once I started doing that and just really applying my same hustle to that even more, I saw a profit, you know what I mean? And at the same time, learning how to grow and build a brand. Shout out to Law Society, man, my sponsors out of Cali. So it's just like, learning how to build that brand, being humble and listening to people like Chino Dollar, Mastermind Music, you know what I mean? he done brought people all the way up through there. You know what I mean? Shout out to MLK too. So it's just like paying attention and really being a listener. In like the last 5 years, I started seeing some good profit off that situation. Let's say that.
That's what's going on. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
I see my man's holding up the shirt in the back. So what is Rite Now Music Group?
RNMG, right now is like, Rite Now Music Group is an independent label, and a friend of mine started it. You know what I mean? And it really like it sounds. It's right now. It's what's happening. You know what I mean? We got to get to it right now. Busy. You got to get in there. So it kind of it represents the sound. Like if you would say like there's a sound 10 years from now, we building it. You know what I mean? It's not just gonna be about, oh, we here for here and there now. We want longevity. So it's right now. Whatever you got going on, we're gonna find into it, we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? So that's where it comes from. Like the sentiment right now. We are the sound. Not just music, we're the sound. You know what I mean? As much work as you can put in somewhere else, you can put in there. I don't care if you gotta stay 5-6 days, get up, get back to it. We're gonna find out how hungry you are, and that's how this is.
Yeah.
Each dog gotta learn how to eat out of bowl, straight. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's what kind of like how Rite Now MG is. You know what I mean? It's that. You know, we don't. It's all family. It's all family, and you gonna go as far as you want to go, cause the platform gonna be there. You know what I mean? So it's a sound.
For sure. Is that who you signed to right now?
RNMG and Mastermind Music.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I heard you turned down a $100K deal recently.
Yeah. For sure. You got lighter? I did.
Why is that?
I mean, be honest with you, I've already did so much. You know what I'm saying? We already did so much. So to build me as an artist, I'm not saying I can't keep on building, but like you talk about stretching your marketing and whatnot. If depending on how you structure any deal, you know that 100K could be the most and it could be the least. In my case, it wasn't enough, cause you know you talking about marketing budget. By the time you drop this, you drop that, you still got more. So if you're looking at anything you receive, you gotta pay it back. So I get 100 bands, right? Somebody give me 100 bands. What you think they want back? What you think they want? They want 100 grand back plus 25% within a certain time period, right? So when I understand contracts, or when people around me understand contracts, we got to do the math. Once again, I'd rather be patient. They go jump into something that's 100 bands, and now I'm paying that back over the next 10 years, and they're gonna get $500,000 out of me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna make no sense. I'd rather just try to make that situation happen with me and my partners. You know, we all know what the motivation is, and just try to make those things happen that way. Cause like I said, I'm gonna end up owing somebody way more than they gave me. And to be honest with you, like, I'm wearing, you know what I'm saying? I know it, you know? So its value is a little bit different to me. Not saying it's just money, but it's like, it's just the math behind it, you know what I mean?
So what's a number that you're looking at that'll get you to sign to like a major label situation?
Hey, you know, doggy, you know that's different, you know? It's gonna have to be, you know what, it's just gonna have to be timing, the right situation. I can't say it's just about the zeros, because there could be a deal that maybe I'm offered 100 grand, but you know, on the back end, there's this and this and that. You know what I mean? So I definitely know it's gonna be more than that. It's just the right situation. Once I build my value the way I want it to be, then we could be looking at some serious numbers, you know? And that's what the goal is. So I ain't gonna say there's even a number on that shit. It might be like, hey man, shit, I got 10 bands for you, 10 million for you, you feel me?
Yeah.
But at first, I gotta really put that value on myself. So we know what we want. It's gonna be a better number. I want an NFL contract, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So what's some of the key investments you feel an artist can make to make money in the industry? When outside the industry, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, independent route, that's outside. So what's some key investments you feel an artist can make outside the music industry so their career could be lucrative for them?
I think we got to get like more tech savvy. You know what I mean? The first thing that we could do is get more tech savvy, because you know what's going on. Like, you're not a user, you know, all these apps, but just learn a little bit more information about what's going on, and that'll help you. But, you know, get your money up. That's the first thing. And when you get your money up, you know, let's say this, I'll take that away. Get your credit up. That's one thing we could do. As artists, get our credit up. Because if it's me popping out a 100K to go put down on the car versus me putting down 8 bands and paying this car over a certain period of time and it works for my company, that's the route I'm gonna go. It don't put no pressure on me. It's just responsibility. We run away from responsibility, especially as, you know, art, you know what I mean? We just run away from responsibility. So I just say, like, get your credit up first. You know what I mean? Work on your credit. Ain't no reason why your credit smashed like that. You ain't got nothing but a phone. Your credit smashed up. So get your credit up, try to fix that up, and then get you like an initial investment. You can always get yourself like, shoot, it don't once you get your credit up, you can get things like you can get things like when you go get a crib, right? You can get approved, you know that, after a couple of years and doing your taxes, stuff like that. So I think that first they just need to get their credit up and then move it to, you know, trying to see if you can get something like a little trans van or something like that. You could be doing deliveries on top of your days off, you know what I mean? And the combination of a different, you need fluid income, so you kind of need to do more than what you think you need to do. Have a job in the daytime, have a hustle at night, or another job, you know what I mean? Side hustle, pick it up. If that's you being your own photographer and then doing for other people, you can go do that. If that's you, like I said, you can't get that money that way, you can go ahead and be whatever you need to be at the club. Like, you know, there's different jobs. You can go valet. People just got too much pride. You gotta get over your ego. But you gotta fix your credit, get over your ego, and then once you save your bread up, then you can make some moves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one more thing, if you come in and you already got that bread, and you need to go ahead and get yourself into some real estate. You know what I mean? Flipping these cribs, flipping these houses, 30% each year. We're going up, 18% over COVID. You know what I mean? Like I said, read and really just kind of getting yourself to that point. Yeah.
That's real. So I see you got a lot of stuff going on. What's some things that you plan to do and invest in the future?
I plan on investing more into the production side. You know what I'm saying? So like Rite Now Films, that's something else. Like we're working on 2 scripts right now. I know, like I said, one of my counterparts, he's working on at least like 3 scripts, Chino, with the mastermind thing. So that's something that we want to break into, is definitely the film industry and production, you know, in-house everything. That's one of the things I want to invest in, but I also want to own the building, because that's really where the platform, I can't have $1 million worth of game and $1 million whatever in the building and then I don't own the building, you know what I mean? So that's a goal of mine, to own the building, own the production in there, and really kind of put all my people on. As you see, everybody here is a brand, man, you know? It's a blessing, you know, just to have entrepreneurs around me. That way they keep me sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Would you say the inspiration for production comes from your theater background?
I say that, yeah, for sure, yeah. It comes from that, and then like I said, knowing what I know now in the last like 5 years is just how, you know, I was listening to a podcast the other day and somebody was just talking about how they went from being the talent to the owner of the company, you know what I'm saying? So now you're being hired and you're giving your own content to, say, a Netflix, you know what I mean? So my love for production came after. Once I found out I had to do it, like I'll probably say, I already knew you had to do a lot on your own, but once I found out you had to really, really do it on your own, it was like you already doing the production. So you're gonna try to own it. You know what I mean? If you can't master none of it, then you hire people that think like you, and if they got enough interest, then you go in on the equipment with them. You know what I mean? That way they working the equipment when they gotta go do something else, and when they doing stuff for you, you cut the cost. So that's another thing artists could be invested in. The equipment, you got $50,000 worth of jewelry, you ain't got no recording studio at crib, 6 bands to do that, you ain't got that. I ain't saying, you know what I mean, against nothing, but you gotta make sense after a while. It's like, shoot, you going to Magic or you going wherever, and then you still paying for all this cost with studio. You're still paying for all this cost with just cost, you know what I mean? So you gotta cut down a lot of that. So you gotta own your own stuff, for sure. And even your engineer, hire him. If you don't hire him like as outside help, I mean, sign him. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's real. Mm-hmm. Would you say you wanted to be a rapper or an actor first?
Sure. My number one was to be an entertainer.
Facts.
I think those are all pigeonholes. Like, I don't want to just be a rapper. That's cool, but it's, I'm not saying nothing against it either. Don't, just the name, but just the title. Prefer to be an entertainer. You know what I mean? Thespian of a lot. Like, you know, I want to be able to maneuver and entangle in different things. Like, if I film my own production, I should be able to do the soundtrack, right? You get what I mean? So I fell in love with acting first. Let's say this. I fell in love with acting first because it became easier to me. You know what I mean? You gotta be somebody, tell somebody's story. And then the music side, I fell in love with that for real, and I had to pull back from it because with music, you create your own story. You know what I mean? You giving your own pen to that, giving that life, you know? And whether you're telling somebody else is a part of yours, it still feels like that. So that's the love for that. And then you look at acting, it's just living backwards. So with living backwards, they mesh. When they mesh, it's dope, you know what I mean? So I like the title entertainer, you know what I mean? Yeah.
That's real. So what's some advice you would give to the younger generation that's trying to break into this industry?
Save, build a team, stay focused, don't sleep. Don't sleep. Because if you're sleeping, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it while you can. Like, so what? You feel like you late for school, but you on top of your schoolwork. You got to find a way to stay on top of everything. You know what I mean? So that means compartmentalize. If you don't know what that means, like, separate shit. You can play with your homies, football, whatever, for 2 hours, and then it's like, yeah, I got to get up out of here. I got to go to work. You know what I mean? Then you get off work, and it's like, shoot, you hustling at work. Whether you're doing your 1-2, you know what I'm saying? Make the people around you useful or useful to them. What you need, bro? Oh, you moving this weekend? Look, I'm gonna get a 50 with you. You give me 50, I'm gonna pop up. You gotta utilize your time. Same thing, you got chicks, utilize your time. You know what I mean? You know, after 8 o'clock, you're gonna chill with shorty. Before that, you need to be dumping them hours in. And if you gotta get up, make a routine. If you gotta get up at 12 o'clock and you usually get up and you're like, damn, I got ideas, I'm gonna write this song down, write it down, jot it down, get back down. But time really is your win. It's your win. Like, I can't tell nobody no different because not one person can tell you how to really make it. They can just tell you their story and you can get inspired. But you can't tell nigga like, oh man, you go out there and you do this and you move that work, and if you go to work and do this and sell that car, you gon' nah. Especially in these days, that ain't gonna help you win. You gonna have to do your own story and be on the ground. People should know you for what you do. You get what I'm saying? So if you turning up that energy, you going to shows and you bust it down, people should know you for what you do. You know what I mean? Let it be known, however you want to do it. You know, invest into your craft. So that's what it is. That's what I would tell them. I just tell them, like, you got to save because nobody's going to dump that money into you like you. You got to believe you first, period. There ain't nothing else around it. Like, if you can't show that, how you going to get people to show up for you? Sure. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to be an artist and your page on private. Who are you?
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I see too much of it. Like I said, ego. You know what I mean? So if you want to do all that, man, you got to get it together. And get with somebody that you got to be humble around too. You know what I mean? Your biggest win is listening, man. You can be around somebody you got to listen to, and you like, man, I can't tell you how many days I be around certain people, and I be just, like I told you, I be around Tino sometimes, hear him talk, he don't even know his own power. I'm like, okay. Feel me? Big homie over there, Floss, he be talking, I be like, okay. You know what I mean? That shit done saved me, bro. I ain't from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? But I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. You make sure I know that, you know what I mean? So you gotta listen, man, and know what surrounds you. So use every advantage, and those are the advantages I would give them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Being that, you know what I'm saying, you are like well-traveled amongst different cities, right? Mm-hmm. So I got a list of cities that you done lived in and been to, right? And I want you to just give me your opinion on them, right?
Sure.
Jamaica.
The land we love, Jamaica, Montego Bay, good times. Yeah, vibes. Don't know, big up yourself, Jamaica. Mm-hmm.
All right. Toronto.
Sticky, Screwface, Cappy, Saga.
Detroit.
313, Fresh, Border City, 519 Gold Mine. Yeah. Caribbean Island Spice, I got a restaurant right in Windsor, Ontario. Family restaurant. When you cross that bridge, man, we 5 minutes away. I got a restaurant over there.
For sure. New York.
Theater school. Boy, New York is just it's lonely, but it forces you to go get it. So grind, like New York grind. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Atlanta.
Busy. Atlanta, it's like, it ain't, when they say for shit show, it's for real. Like, there's opportunity. If you got hustle, you can apply it. You know what I mean? It was the first place I came for real and seen black judges like that. You know what I mean? So you could be anything here. You could do anything in Atlanta. There's enough entrepreneurs, so it's just like Atlanta is home. Like, yeah, Atlanta is hustles. Atlanta's busy. That's what it is to me, for sure. Like, yeah.
All right. What'd you think about the pandemic?
Think about what?
The pandemic.
Oh, man. I think it was good. I mean, I can't say that good. Let me pick that back. Like, I think it created a lot of hustlers. I think it gave a lot of people they opportunity to become their bosses, like become their bosses and become a boss. You know what I mean? And it gave them a panel to connect, because I feel like Atlanta, really, we can just talk about Atlanta. Atlanta was the only place that was outside like that. You know what I mean? So Atlanta got a chance to melt and do things that other places. So many people were coming to Atlanta. You know, you had tons of people visiting every day. Like, it was like some Miami, like we had a beach here. You feel me? So, like, I think, like I said, people got a chance to get themselves up and find out what they made of and shit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you think you're ready and you're not ready. So, and then some people, you know, like I said, really gained and did what they were supposed to do, because opportunity was here during that time. You feel me? So, I say create a lot of bosses. Some stayed, some didn't, but you know what I mean? It was that, and people lost a few people in them moments too. So it had its good and its down, but overall, shoot, I think we stayed alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So besides music, what's some of the other things you got working on right now?
Make it a home now, real estate company, working on that. I'm working on clothing line with a partner of mine, Trap Bunking. My man up here, he got Purple Turtle. We're working on something now, doing these hats we got bumping out. Working on a trucking company with my partner up here, Boss Moving with Mike Ski. Working on something now with him with that. So the truck, we already got things lined up in that route. So you just trying to get a little piece of everything, man. Trying to do a little bit of everything, you know. So we got that. Like I said, the trucks, trying to do the not trying, but the real estate's already doing what it needs to do. And trying to get a whole damn two-row service too. That's the next thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's some advice you would give for the youngins to just get some money and stay out the way?
Exactly that. Get some money and stay out the way. Streets ain't for everybody, you know? And even if you doing what you do, you know, like, you don't gotta be, I think a lot of male energy brings a lot of things, ego, jealousy, all that. So I ain't gonna tell you to be around more females, but you know what I'm saying? Like, kick it by yourself, learn you, so you can advance, you know what I mean? And then, you know, kick it with some more females. You ain't gotta be trying to fuck everybody. Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit, you can have a couple of friends and they move around with them, see how they, you know what I mean? You stay away, because that energy ain't, females just want to love, they don't want to do all that, you know what I mean? Yeah, they want to go out and all that, but keep some female energy, man. But overall, count your chicken, man. Like, it ain't gonna do you no good, like, going out there and overloading and shit, and then you trying to do 3 different, wait until you get there. Like I said, you gotta be patient. So, like, it ain't gonna do you no good, you know what I mean? Learn a little bit more and respect your craft. Because when people see you respect your craft and you staying out the way, but still stay connected. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be all the way out the way, because you lose that from outside. So stay connected, but at the same time, man, you ain't gotta be in everything. You know what I mean? Pick and choose how you move.
Yeah, still. Any last words and shout outs?
Yeah, for sure. All right, I want to shout out my whole team, man, RNMG. You know what I mean? I want to shout out everybody on the step with me, you know what I mean? Like, these are all my partners, you know, and it says a lot about you with the success behind you, you know what I mean? So I just hope I can stay as successful as them, you know what I mean? So shout out to Chino Dollar Mastermind, RNMG, Eastside Stoners, Loud Society, Trap Bunking, Purple Turtle, Boss Moving, man, and I want to give a big shout out to my 2 new singles, you heard me? Spen It just dropped, you know what I mean? First of all, let me stand on the business. Yeah. Ain't no handouts, I had to go get it. Yeah. Bitch, I'm shining, just look at me busy. Yeah. I'm a boss, if you cross me, I got you. Yeah. My trap bumping, I dress in designer, I break down the Zaza, I sip on this lemonade. All my killers, they shoot out in Prada suits, wait under Bentley and turn it into the hit. Hey, no, for real though, Spen It just dropped, man, featuring ATL Jacob and Pretty Faces. Tune into both of those, man. Pretty Faces is a hell of a song, man. I want my female audience and just all over, man. I want you to love that. You know what I mean? Let's bring some vibes in it. All that other stuff is the other stuff, man. Have a good time and just want, you know what I mean, turn up your hookahs. You know what I'm saying? I want to see them girls put on their little lipstick, you know, get your wig tightened down, which is whatever you gotta do, you know what I mean? Call your girl and tell them you finna go bump into a play, you feel me? You gonna spend some money. Yeah, man, for real. Just a good vibe, man. So that's all my shout outs, man. And to y'all too. Appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure, man. Appreciate having you today on the porch, Devontee.
For sure.
Gang.
Yeah.
First of all, let me stand on the business. Ain't no handouts, I had to go get it. Bitch, I'm shining, just look at me busy. I'm a boss, if you cross me, I got you.